What's up, everybody? This is J-Trix back with another video. It's a new one. First ever is a movie review. I'm doing it with Zach. I won't say his last name for safety reasons. And we're doing Dune 2. So we just watched it on Friday.
Yeah. Opening weekend.
Opening weekend, and I was like, you know what? I did a small TikTok. I know everyone saw it.
Yeah, blew up your famous now.
Dune 2, liked it, so I might be in Dune 3. But what was our first initial reaction leaving the theater? What was your reaction as soon as you walked out?
First initial reaction, it was great. It was awesome. Really good movie. Comparing it to the book, I had like high expectations because I really liked the second half of the book, and they exceeded the expectations, honestly, even with all the changes they made and everything. And yeah, really awesome movie.
Yeah, when I walked out, I was like, God damn, my legs hurt. It was a long movie. It felt long, but it was like basically at the edge of your seat the whole time, and it was just like I was very immersed in the film. You guys had to see an IMAX. If you go see an IMAX, it's a injustice if you don't see an IMAX because it is that sound quality is amazing. I mean, if you had like AMC or like one of those fancier movie theaters,
Yeah.
I can only imagine what that would feel like being in there.
The actual IMAX.
Yeah,
screen.
we have Regal. It's good, but
Yeah.
it's not
a real IMAX.
Yeah, not like a Dolby. Ooh, that'd be so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only thing I don't know if I questioned it, but like when I'm gonna call him Tim or Paul drank the fucking go-go juice and completely switched from fucking not wanting to go down there. He'd be like, let's run this shit up. I was slightly confused on that. Why did he switch up like that? Just because he drank some juice?
Well, it was mostly so throughout the whole movie, he's like fighting with like the prophecy of like him. He knows what he has to do to win, but he doesn't want to do it because it'll lead to bad things, like the Holy War and all that stuff. And so when he drinks it, what happens is like when his mother drank it. When they drink that stuff, if they survive, they have all the memories and all the like inside their heads, all the previous Reverend Mothers. So not only is he Paul, but he's like a bunch of different people in there too and stuff. So like he's kind of changed, and he knows like his mission, like it's not like
because they create a path for him.
Exactly.
Right? What's it called? The golden path.
Yeah, and like once he drank that stuff, he knew like, okay, I'm gonna fulfill the prophecy and be the Messiah, basically, you know. So he's like he knew what he had to do, and so he changed like and he gave in basically.
If you had to give Timothy a 1 out of 10 performance, what would it be?
Probably a 10.
10.
Like he did so many things like obviously we're just fans. Like we're not actors. We don't know anything about movies. But just like as a fan, like watching him, like I think he did great. Like he was like you rooted for him and all this, but he could like switch up on a dime of being menacing of being like I'm the leader now. And so I just thought like he is Paul. Like,
Are we doing a spoiler free?
Yeah, I mean like I have it ranked like non-spoiler and spoiler. So like we could just do like what we thought of the movie and then we could go into spoilers a little bit.
Okay.
You know?
You said like a little warning. Well, yeah, I mean, I think Timothy was great. I think I think most of his like cool dialogue was already shown in the trailer. From I remember, like the hope. This is not hope. I think was that in the trailer.
Yeah.
And then like all the silence. Everyone's seen that on TikTok.
Yeah,
like,
that was like a cool moment in the book, and then that was like a cool moment. So like it was cool to see.
No, I think everyone knows the silence part, and I was
One of the best scenes.
Yeah, when he did it, I was saluting. I had a zipper just around my mouth. I was like, "Yes, sir." Let's do a ranking system of the main characters and like best to worst, or not worst. There's not a worst one. It's just like the ones that you wanted more
stood
of.
out.
So for you go first and I go after. I don't know how many actors are, but like just.
Would you just do like a top 5 of like in your head like the characters / actors like who are your top 5 of the movie?
You go. Who's your fifth? Who's your
fifth?
Yeah.
Probably Lady Jessica. She was she was cool. I mean, you kind of knew what you were getting with her. Once she drank the water, she wasn't in it as much, but she was still menacing, and it was cool to see her like use the voice. Well, I won't go into spoilers, but on a particular character later in the movie. So I don't know. She did a good job.
My fifth is Gurney. Mm-hmm. I thought he was great. Watching Dune 1 and he was in there and like I almost forgot who he was just because like the movie was such a long time ago, and when I finally saw him, I was like, oh shit, it's him again. And I think like seeing him, like the way he was reacting to Timothy, how Paul was handling things, and you see his like excitement when Paul would do stuff that he would want to do.
Yeah.
And then like a little bit of a spoiler, but like he didn't want Paul. It's just in the trailer. He didn't want Paul to fight. Fade
at the end.
And yeah, and he, like you see him when stuff is happening, he's like reacting to everything. He's like he's very emotional. He's very much attached to Paul. I think he had a great performance, and like he really drove Paul to like be more aggressive. He was like the aggressor of wanting to get revenge.
Yeah,
so I thought he was very impactful.
He was definitely using. You could say he was using Paul in a way,
a little bit,
like for his own personal gain because he wanted to go.
Yeah,
kill
he was
Robin.
like he wanted to get his get back.
Yeah, and so like he was very egging him on and like no, this is what we should do. Whereas Chani was more of like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? But yeah, my fourth was probably Chani, Zendaya. They changed her a lot from the book, which was surprising, but I think the way they changed her, it totally worked, and I was totally fine with it. How she was more like not wanting him to do this, and how like she thought the prophecy was like propaganda and stuff, like to control them, and so that was great. I thought like a really great performance.
I actually had her as my fourth. I was thinking about her. I had her higher, and I kind of put her lower just because she was important. Obviously, she's the love interest, but like she had a good. Like the thing about this is like everyone had good reactions to things. Like when something would go wrong or right or whatever, they would be like, "Holy shit!" And obviously near the end, I think the whole fight scene and stuff, and like her and like what happened after the fight scene, she's just like, "Oh my god!" Like, and then she just like you can see her like the tension, obviously the directing and all that, and the camera angles and the music, but like the emotion was in every single scene. It was the tension was so high.
Yeah,
and I was literally like just like rubbing my hands like in the seat, like holy shit. So I gave her my number 4 spot.
Yeah. 3, I'd probably go Fade Rotha, the villain, basically one of the villains. He could have been higher if he had a little bit more screen time, I guess you could say. But for what he had, like he stole the scenes he was in, and like you could tell he was menacing, like a very powerful presence. And I think what I liked about him was like it was like especially when he's in like that arena when you first meet him, how he's more like telling the guards to back off, and how he's kind of respectful in a way, like when he kills
like
people,
a warrior,
like
he went like
exactly, like you fought well. He's not just like some random psychopath who's just killing and doesn't give a But yeah, he's really good villain.
So Fade, yeah, I think I'm gonna go 3. I'm gonna go Fade as well. I had him switching from 2 and 3. But I mean, the same thing. Like I liked his character. I think Austin Butler.
Yeah, Austin
Butler. He did a great job. Like being so menacing because I only know him from Elvis. So he's doing like the fucking to fucking like shoot like stabbing people.
I didn't even see Elvis.
I haven't seen it. To be fair, I haven't seen it either. But I just know he's Elvis, and he has like he had the problem with the way he talks is just like Elvis all the time.
He still talks like him.
Yeah. So, but I give him number 3. We said so. I mean, Zach explained it all. I think he's really good. So you're number 2.
2, I go Stilgar. I could have switched him, like you said, with Fade, but the other thing was like Stilgar was so surprising how much I liked him. Yeah. Because he was so funny inadvertently, and like he was just you rooted for him because he just believed so much in Paul, and like everything he did about it, like all the memes and stuff about it, it just makes it like for such a good performance. Just because I was so surprised, like just like, oh dude, I love this guy. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. I mean, I think our list is probably ended up the same way. Stilgar is number 2. He is the humor in the movie. Like there really isn't none. There is none. There's very little. Yeah, like but he creates it.
That's the type of humor that like you like in a movie because it's like it's natural. It's not like that forced. Like you could tell when a movie's forced in it.
Yeah, like most Marvel movies are like that.
Yeah, you're like, why am I watching this?
Yeah,
you know? But this was like you're laughing because it's like actually funny.
Because while most movies set up jokes, like when he is funny, he's like doing it behind the scenes. Like he's not doing it in front of Paul. He's like telling the people like, no, he's the goat. He's the goat. Like don't listen to him. Like he's the goat, Messiah. But he's number 2. It's just like to have any kind of humor in that type of film, that serious film, and like have it work that well.
Adds
the whole audience was laughing, and it was just quick little laughs because it was back to the serious part, and it was a great like just a little buffer from like seriousness and like pain.
Yeah.
So I think he was great. And obviously, you don't have to ask. Number 1 is Timothy Chalamet, Willy Wonka the GOAT. Which is funny because we just saw Wonka when it came out, and that was a good movie. But like we didn't see Paul from Wonka to jump all the way to Dune 2, who he is now. Like he's good. This is like what's it called when they like their lifetime role. People remember them as most likely.
Oh, this is 100%.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of movies and stuff and TV shows, but like this is like probably his like
defining.
This is Dwight from The Office kind of thing. Like, and it was. I hope this movie makes like $1 billion because he deserves whatever the money he gets from this movie.
The movie's great. Yeah. I think what just is so great about his performance is just, especially at the end when he's just menacing. Like it takes a lot, especially like when all movie he's just kind of like a kid. But at the end you're like, nah, this guy's like, he's fucking gonna kill you. You know what I mean? And like it's just so many scenes they set that up. It just works perfectly.
And he didn't look awkward fighting. Like, you
No,
know,
it was like great
obviously he's like a skinnier dude, and like he's I don't know, like the whole fighting situation, but like he looked very good doing it. Like it looked like Captain America and Bucky. Like it was like that, like back and forth.
Yeah.
And he looked natural. He looked like he's been training his whole life, like in the movie. And obviously all the training behind the scenes. So
some of the other reviews, like, because obviously we watch a lot of reviews stuff on Twitter and stuff. I've been seeing that like people who they've been saying like, oh, if you didn't like the first one, you're probably not gonna like this one. I actually kind of disagree a little bit, just for the fact that personally for me, I didn't like the first one the first time I saw it. Like I gave it like a 6 out of 10. I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't understanding it, and I feel like after seeing this one, it just enhances the first one a lot more. And especially since I read the book after that, it made me like it more anyway. But I think people, even if you didn't like the first one, I think seeing this one, especially the last act, I think you're just going to have a good time, appreciate it, and like really have fun at the movies. That's just what I think.
Yeah, I mean, one of our friends didn't even see the first one, and he came to watch the second one. He was like, dude, that was a great movie. He's like, I had no fucking idea what was going on, but it was a great movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Dune 1, I watched it. I had to rewatch it. I think Zach rewatched it too.
Yeah.
That one felt long. It's different long than this new one. And it was slow. I mean, there was some cool fighting scenes, but it was just like, it's a build-up. It's a build-up movie.
It's a part one. You know it's going to be
it's like, after watching part 2, it's a great part 1. It's a great build-up to part 2.
It's just, like, if you watch them, like, together as one, it's just, like, a great 5-hour
long ass fucking movie.
It would be great, yeah.
So overall, the Dune movie was a great movie. I would want to see it again. It is a long movie, so I had to plan it. But when it comes out on like DVD or like on Netflix or something, I don't know when that would happen, but I would definitely watch it again just to see the cool parts. So with that, I give the movie. I've been thinking about it for a while. Like, it's hard for me to give it a 10 just because, like, I don't even know what, like, a 10 seems, like, untouchable to me. Like, I just don't even know what that is. But I give, like, a 9.6. A 9.7, 9.6 is my rating. It's going to be movie of the year. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
If it isn't, like, I mean, great for us. Yeah, great for us because I would want to see a better movie than Dune 2. But Dune 2, 9.6 out of 10.
Gotcha. Personally, walking out of the theater, even thinking about it now, I gave it a 10. Just because for me as like a movie viewer and something, I wouldn't change a thing. Like the entire movie, I was engrossed. I was like on the edge of my seat. I was like, dude, this can't get better. And then, oh my God, it got better. So like, I just wouldn't change anything. It's kind of like Oppenheimer last year. I gave Oppenheimer a 10 just because for a movie that talks, like I wouldn't change anything in that either. So it's like, like you said, this is probably going to be like my number one movie of the year. Hopefully something surprises us and like we get an even better movie. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah.
But that's our review. We're gonna have some more clips. We have Kung Fu Panda coming up next, and then we have Quiet Place. We have the Planet of the Apes.
We got a lot of movies.
Deadpool. I'm excited for that one personally.
I mean, this month we got Godzilla vs Kong.
Oh,
we
yeah,
got Ghostbusters. So
we'll try to make these videos weekly or whenever the movies are coming out. We can try to do it after. Try to figure that out. But yeah, thank you for watching. This would be on every social media platform possible. And yes, thank you for watching.
Thanks for having me. Hopefully it's not that bad. It's not that awkward. Hopefully we get better. And hopefully we get views.